Okay, so I've just come across this tweet on Twitter by someone I follow. It says the Lib Dems are now to the left of Labour. So it's a retweet of almost the entire Lib Dem manifesto, and it's a lot more detailed than the article I just read, but easier to read than on the full manifesto. So we're going to see a lot more headers on here, which I didn't see in the article. So let's have a look, shall we? So some of these I've already seen anyway, but some of them you probably won't have seen yet. So main pledge is give everyone a new right to see a GP within 7 days or 24 hours if it's urgent, with the extra doctors needed to make it happen, and by introducing a universal 24/7 GP booking system. Yeah, that's just really good, and have it 24/7, so out of hours and what have you, instead of a 9 to 5 and closed on Sundays. That's really good. That's first one already. Strengthen democratic rights and participation by scrapping the Conservative voter ID scheme. Yes, good, get rid of that. Giving 16 and 17-year-olds the right to vote. Now that's really good as well. You didn't see that on the last one. It's not on the easy read format either, which is on the Lib Dem page. Introduce PR for election MPs and local councillors in England and cap donations to political parties. Yep, good. Reform the House of Lords with a proper democratic mandate. Now that's a really good one. Okay, we're not going to scrap it all together, but at least give them a more electoral system for the House of Lords. Yeah, I think is it the Labour Party or the saying we want to get rid of anyone over 80 years old? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Hold big companies to account by giving them a duty to protect the environment, including banning water companies from dumping raw sewage into rivers, lakes, and coastal areas. Yeah, we've heard about that before, like with Southwest Water, basically fined. Immediately fix the broken relationship with Europe, forge a new partnership building cooperation, not confrontation, and move to conclude a new comprehensive agreement that removes as many barriers to trade as possible. Yeah, so what we should do is rejoin the single market, customs union, and later on in time, the EU itself, if we don't get all these far right governments in European countries. Invest in renewable power and home insulation to drive a strong economic recovery, bring down energy bills, and create a clean, secure, well paid new jobs. Yes, it's good. Yeah, bring energy down, new jobs, new power. That's good. Yeah. Reversing Tory tax cuts for the big banks, restoring bank surcharges, whatever that is, and bank leave our revenues to 2016 levels in real terms. That's good as well. Yeah, we need more tax for banks. I think I might have misread it in the last one or in manifesto itself. It sounded like we wanted to cut taxes for the banks. We wanted to cut tax. Sometimes, but yeah, I can't even speak properly. Reverse tax cuts. Yeah, so we want banks to be taxed more instead of reversing the tax cuts. Yeah, that's a big. So yeah, increasing the digital services taxes on social media firms and other tech giants from 2% to 6%. Again, yeah, I'm not sure what that means, but yeah. Fairly reforming capital gains tax to close loopholes exploited by the super wealthy. Yeah, we need more taxes for the wealthy. Establish national and local citizens' assemblies to give people real involvement in the decisions needed to tackle climate change. Yep, good, yep. Restore the requirement that every new car and small van sold from 2030 is zero emission. investing in active travel and public transport and electrify Britain's railways. So yeah, so we need to get rid of the petrol cars. We need, and in addition, please renationalise railways. That would be good. More public transport, especially that down here, it's crap. More buses, more routes, regular services, more train services, less cancellation and delays. Maybe cheaper taxi fares, but that's another thing. Meeting the UK's commitment under the Paris Agreement to reduce emissions by at least 68% from 1990 levels by 2030. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that is. Let's do climate, but yeah. Establish mental health hubs for young people in every community and introducing regular mental health checkups at key points in people's lives when they are most vulnerable to mental ill health. Yeah, it's good. Because of the Tories, they've obviously cut all the public services, so we need to bring them all back. And also probably for older people if needed as well. Introducing a 4% tax on the share buyback schemes of FTSE 100 listed companies to incentivize productive investment, job creation, and economic growth. Cool, yeah. Fix the broken statutory sick pay system by making it available to the more than 1 million workers earning less than £123 a week, most of whom are women. Yes, so that's you need to do the gender pay gap getting equal and increase from which is coming up to now. Minimum wage, align the rate with national minimum wage, which should be increased to £15 at least. Making payments available from the first day of missing work rather than the fourth. Supporting small employers with statutory sick pay costs, consulting with them the best way to do this. Yeah. Maybe big employers as well. Introduce free personal care based on the model introduced by the Liberal Democrats in government in Scotland in 2002. I'm not sure what that is. So that provision is based on need, not ability to pay. Yeah, of course. Because if you can't afford it, you still should be able to have it. Create a social care workforce plan. Establish a Royal College of Care Workers to improve recognition and career progression, and introduce a higher carers minimum wage. Yep, that's good because more carers need supporting as well. So far, so good. Yeah. Establish a cross-party commission to forge a long-term agreement on sustainable funding for social care. Yeah. Develop a digital strategy to enable care users to live tech-enabled lives. That's good. Yeah. Cool. Minister for tackling loneliness. No, that's good. Yeah. So if you're really lonely, yeah, get more Samaritan's help and related stuff. That's good. You need more help for lonely people. Education. Put a dedicated mental health professional in every school, which is good. Maybe not just one, but maybe have more as well. And colleges as well, and universities. Increase funding per pupil above the rate of inflation and end crumbling schools and repair backlog. Yeah, cool. Introduce tutoring guarantee for every disadvantaged pupil. That's good, yeah. You need that more special teachers. I don't know if the speech and language unit still carries on. That's what I was on when I was in school. In Coventry. Invest in high quality EY education. I don't know what EY is. 3 to 5 extra hours for disadvantaged students and tripling EYPP to £1,000 a year. Okay. I'm assuming that's really good. I'm not sure what EY is. Create new lifelong skills, giving all adults 5k to spend on education and training. Aim to increase to 10k in the future. Okay, cool, yeah. That's good then. So it carries on to adulthood, not just children. And the one thing you didn't have, obviously, is the tuition fees. Because I think that's going to be good considering what happened last time. families, children, and young people. Extend free school meals to all children in poverty. Good, with an ambition to extend them to all primary school children when the public finances allow yet. School meals should be free. In addition, more vegan school meals. Appoint a cabinet minister for children and young people. Okay, cool. Give parents genuine flexibility and choice in the crucial early months by doubling statutory maternity and shared parental pay to £350 a week and introducing an extra use it or lose it month for fathers and partners paid at 90% of earnings. Okay, so statutory maternity. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so that's good. So if you're dad or mum, yeah. Make all parental pay and leave day one rights and extend them to self-employed parents. Okay, cool. Yeah. Expand expand opportunities for young people to study, teach, and volunteer abroad by returning to the Erasmus Plus program as an associated country. Good. Yeah. That would be relating to freedom of movement and stuff as well. Teach recruitment crisis. Always taught by a subject specialist. Yeah. Reform school teachers review body to make it properly independent of government. Yeah. Funding teacher training properly. Introduce a clear and high quality plan of professional development for teachers. Standing commission cross party to broaden curriculum. Improve vocational education quality. Strengthen careers advice. Cool. Expand provision of extracurricular. New free entitlement for disadvantaged children. Nice. But yeah. Pensions and safety nets. Tackle child poverty by removing the two-child limit and the benefit cap. Yeah, so good. You're not going to be a kid starver. Set a target of ending deep poverty within a decade and establish an independent commission to recommend further annual increases in universal credit to ensure that supports covers life's essentials such as food and bills. Yes, that needs to go up and try and work out the assessments as well. Get rid of these work capability assessments. The doctors need to be doing them as well as the PIP assessments. Yeah, but yeah, UC should be increased. UBI as well, we need. Support pensioners by protecting the triple lock so that pensions always rise in line with inflation, wages or 2.5%, whichever is highest. Same with universal credit, that needs to go up with a rising food and whatnot. Ensure that women born in the 1950s are finally treated fairly and properly compensated. Yeah. Scrapping the bedroom tax. Is that even? I didn't even know that was still going. But yeah, good. Get rid of that. Ending the young parent penalty for under 25 by restoring the full rate of universal credit for all parents regardless of age. Yep, good. Crime and policing. Restoring proper community policing where officers are visible, trusted, and focused on preventing and solving crime, especially rape and other violent crime. Right. Creating a new statutory guarantee that all burglaries will be attended by the police and properly investigated. Yep. Investing in the criminal justice system to tackle the backlog of court cases and ensure swift justice. Right. Breaking the cycle of reoffending by improving rehabilitation in prisons and on release, and strengthening the supervision of offenders and the community. Ensuring survivors of violence against women and girls are properly supported in the criminal justice process, including through mandatory training for police and prosecutors in understanding the impact of trauma on survivors. Right. Good, good. Natural environment. Right. Now we're coming into some of the vegan policies. No, well, vegan sort of. Sort of some people will be interested in. End the sewage scandal by transforming water companies into public benefit companies. Banning bonuses for water bosses until discharges and leaks end, and replacing off-BART, whatever that is, with a tough new regulator with new powers to prevent sewage dumps. Right, good, yeah. Like I said before, protect over waters and natural resources and what have you. Set meaningful and binding targets to stop the decline of a natural environment and double nature by 2050. Yeah. Rewilding, reforesting, reintroduction of local extinction species, like the badgers and what have you. Big breeding program. Less farms, more nature, more wild species. You know what I mean? You're doubling the abundance of species and doubling woodland cover by 2050. Good. Plant at least 60 million trees a year. Yes. Helping to restore woodland habitats. Yes. Increase the use of sustainable wood in construction and reach net zero. Right, good. Pass Clean Air Act based on the World Health Organization guidelines enforced by a new air quality agency. Strengthen the Office for Environmental Protection and provide more funding to the Environmental Agency and Natural England to help protect our environment and enforce environmental laws. Ooh, that's a lot of reading. Sorry if I'm not sounding very clear. There's big problems. Food and farming. Foods. Okay. Introduce a holistic and comprehensive national food strategy to ensure food security, tackle rising food prices, and end food poverty and improve health and nutrition. It depends on what you mean by food and nutrition. Accelerate the rollout of the new environmental land management schemes, properly funding it with an extra £1 billion a year to support profitable, sustainable, and nature-friendly farming. You know what you can do with that, can't you? Just go veganic, get rid of animal agriculture, and that's how you can be nature-friendly and all that. Maintain high health, environmental, and animal welfare standards in food production and guarantee that all future trade deals will meet them to ensuring that British farmers and food manufacturers are not put up at an unfair disadvantage. Yeah. Okay. Give Britain's farmers the ability to trade with our European neighbours with minimal need for checks by negotiating comprehensive veterinary and plant health agreements. Support farmers properly in restoring woodland, peatland, and waterways, creating new natural food protections and managing land to encourage species recovery and carbon storage or producing food to the table. Yeah, you can do that by producing wheats and vegetables and fruit and what have you. Just get rid of all this animal agriculture, get rid of factory farming. Knock them all down, use all that land to restore nature, what have you. Housing. Increasing building of new homes to 380,000 a year across the UK, 150,000 social homes a year through new garden cities and community-led developments of city and town. Yeah, we saw that in the article. What do you mean by garden cities? Probably means houses with gardens, not high-rise flats. But yeah, no greenbelt land building, please. More social homes, less of this right to buy crap, affordable rent. Delivering a fair deal for rent, immediately banning no-fault evictions, yet making 3-year tenancies the default and creating a national register of licensed landlords. Okay. Giving local authorities, including national park authorities, the powers to end the right to buy in the areas, yet get rid of the right to buy altogether. Ending ruthless sleeping within the next parliament and immediately scrapping the archaic Vagrancy Act. That's a good one. I forgot the Vagrancy Act was still going. That needs to go. Help homeless people into homes. Don't punish them for being homeless. Abolishing residential leasehold and capping ground rents to a nominal fee so that everyone has control over their property. Right, good. Communities and local government. Tackle the funding crisis crisis facing local authorities, including by providing multi-year settlements for boosting the local supply of social housing and forging a long-term cross-party agreement with social care. Give communities more control over the number of second homes and short-term lets in their areas. Ensure local authorities have the powers and resources that they need to tackle with climate and nature emergencies. Good, yeah. Ensure that gigabit broadband is available to every home and business, including rural, remote communities, and support local bespoke solutions so that no property is left out. Yeah, so and also what was good is to make free broadband for everyone. That was in the 2017 manifesto for Labour. End the top-down reorganisation of councils and the imposition of elected mayors and communities that do not want them. Cool. Work with communities to tackle the alarming rise of anti-Semitism and Islamophobia and racism in general. But yeah, get rid of all this. Transport. Make it cheaper and easier for drivers to switch to electric vehicles by rapidly rolling out far more charging points, reintroducing the plug-in car grant, and restoring the requirement that every new car and small van sold from 2030 is zero emission. Cool. Freeze rail fares, simplify ticketing and public transport to ensure regular users are paying fair and affordable prices. We could do with nationalising the railway. Yeah, cheaper, more public transport, more trains, less cancellations and what have you. Significantly extend the electrification of Britain's rail network, improve stations, greatly improve disabled access, reopen smaller stations, and deliver Northern Powerhouse Rail. Right. Boost bus services by giving local authorities more proper powers to franchise services and simplifying funding so that bus routes can be restored or new rural routes added wherever there is local need, especially in rural areas. Transform how people travel by creating new cycling and walking networks with a new nationwide active travel strategy. That'll be good, yeah. If you can create a lot more traffic-free routes as well. Give more of a roads budget to local councils to maintain existing roads, pavement, and cycleways, including repairing potholes. Yes, it needs to create lots of potholes and loads of them. Invest in research and development to make the UK the world leader in zero carbon flight and take steps to reduce demand for flying. Okay, cool. Culture, media and sport. Protect the BBC, S4C, BBC Alba and Channel 4 as independent, publicly owned public service broadcasters. Okay, cool, yeah. What you could do is get rid of a TV license and just have TV be free. Why do you need a TV license? Promote creative skills, address the barriers to be finance faced by smaller businesses, and support modern and flexible patent, copyright, and licensing rules. Okay, cool. Negotiate free and simple short-term travel arrangements for UK artists who perform in the EU and European artists who perform in the UK. Okay, cool. Boost participation in sport and physical activity by investing in leisure centres, swimming pools, and other grassroots facilities, and support community sports clubs. Okay. Right, immigration and asylums. End the hostile environment and instead invest in officers, training, and technology to tackle smuggling, trafficking, and modern slavery. Yeah. Transfer policy making over work visas and overseas students out of the Home Offices and into other departments. Scrap the Conservative Illegal Migration Act and the Rwanda scheme. Yeah, get rid of it altogether. Uphold the Refugee Convention and provide safe and legal routes to sanctuary for refugees in helping to prevent dangerous channel crossings. That's good. Good, yeah. Enough of this. Stop the boats crap. Because even Labour going into it now. Tackle the asylum backlog by establishing a dedicated unit to improve the speed and quality of asylum decision making, introducing a service standard of 3 months for all the most complex asylum claims to be processed, and speeding up returns of those without a right to stay. Okay, cool. Yep. Lift the ban on asylum seekers working if they have been waiting for a decision for more than 3 months, enabling them to support themselves, integrate in their communities, and contribute to the economy. I can't even speak properly. Work closely with Europol and the French authorities to stop the smuggling and trafficking gangs behind dangerous channel crossings. Yeah, cool. Rights and equality. Champion the Human Rights Act and resist any attempts to weaken or repeal it. And then keep the ECHR as well. Develop and implement a comprehensive race equality strategy to address deep inequalities, including in education, health, criminal justice, and the economy. Make misogyny, hate crime, yes. Give police and prosecutors the resources and training they need to prevent and prosecute all hate crimes while supporting survivors, yes. I also include that racism, sexism, transphobic, and all that, yeah. Give everyone a new light to be flexible, working, and every disabled person the right to work from home if they want to. Yes, that's brilliant. Yeah, I would like to work from home if I could. Not all this job centre crap having to go into Indeed and shit. Unless there are significant business reasons why it's not possible. Get rid of the DWP as well. Get rid of these sanctions. Respect and defend the rights of people of all sexual orientations and gender identities, including trans and non-binary people. Yes. Ban all forms of conversion therapies and practices. Yes. I don't know why. I didn't even know that was still a thing, to be honest. Scrap the Tories' draconian anti-protest laws. You have a lot of a policing bill and all that. Restoring pre-existing protections for both peaceful assembly and public safety, and immediately halt the use of live facial recognition surveillance by the police and private companies. Yes. Political reform. Ensure no politician can take it for granted by introducing proportional representation, PR, of a single transferable vote for election MPs and local councils in England. Yes. That's good. Strengthen democratic rights and participation by scrapping the Conservatives' voter ID scheme and giving 16 and 17-year-olds the right to vote. Yes, that's a good one. Get rid of a voter ID. That should have never been the thing. Give 16-year-olds the vote. So, hold government ministers to account for corruption and sleaze by enshrining the ministerial code in legislation. Yep. Should have no corruption and shit. Reform the House of Lords with a proper democratic mandate. Yeah, we need a proper elected House of Lords instead of all these peers for life and shit. Transfer greater powers away from Westminster and Whitehall. Introduce a written constitution for a federal UK with the strong voices of England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, and oppose a second Scottish referendum on independence. Right. This bit I do disagree with. Scotland should be independent. It should. They should have a second referendum and back in the EU. The rest of it, that is good, like more devolved powers, but not the Scotland should be independent. Take big money out of politics by capping donations to political parties. Defence. Reversing the Tory government's cut to the army with the long-term ambition of increasing regular troop numbers back to over 100,000. Yeah, well, I don't really agree with militaries. Maintaining the UK support for NATO. No, I don't NATO either. And accordingly, increasing defence spending in every year of the Parliament with an ambition to spend at least 2.5% of its GDP in defence. Through calling a fair new deal for secure service personnel and veterans, maintaining the UK's nuclear deterrent. No. Okay, so some of this bit and the Scotland thing I do disagree with. Most of the rest of it I do agree with. This bit, not so much. Work to counter global rising authoritarianism by championing the liberal rules-based international court and supporting the international institutions of the UN, Commonwealth, NATO, and International Criminal Court. Yeah, I don't agree with the Commonwealth. Everything else, or NATO, Commonwealth, NATO, no. UN, ICC, yes. Fix the UK's broken relationship with Europe. Forge a new partnership built in cooperation and not confrontation, and meet to conclude a new comprehensive agreement which removes as many barriers to trade as possible. Okay. Stand with the people of Ukraine and provide them with the support that they need in the face of Putin's illegal invasion. Yes. Okay. Restore the UK's reputation as an international development superpower. Yeah. With all this Brexit and all racism and whatnot, we've gone way downhill. We need to get it back again. And back in the EU by returning spending to 0.7% of national income and reestablishing an independent international development part. Yes. Advocate for an immediate bilateral ceasefire in the Israel-Gaza conflict to resolve the humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza. Yeah, we need a ceasefire, definitely. Get the hostages out, both sides, and provide the space to reach a two-state solution based on 1967 borders with security and dignity for Israelis and Palestinians. And in the main manifesto, there is something that says you will recognise a Palestinian state, even though it's not said here. Yeah, so yeah. So for the most part, apart from a few things, it's a really quite a good manifesto, to be honest. So what's this bit? Yeah, so it's the longest of all of them. Because I've looked at the main manifesto and it is really long. I've reacted to an article and I've reacted to this, which is the more condensed. And for the most part, it is really good. And yet, as Socialist Voice said, it is to the left of Labour. And once again, yeah, sorry if I wasn't very clear when I'm speaking. I have got a few speech problems. So anyway, yeah, that's the Liberal Democrat manifesto. So they're going to be the official opposition. Sir Ed Davey is going to be the leader of the opposition. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how they're going to attack Labour. So anyway, that's it, I think. So see you next time.